This movie taught me one important thing. I really need to go to Vegas again. Molly's Game. So Molly's Game is written and directed by Aaron Sorkin, who usually writes the scripts that others direct. He's written Social Network, Steve Jobs, The Newsroom, The West Wing, but he wrote Molly's Game, and this is his directorial debut as far as I know. And Molly's Game stars Jessica Chastain, who plays Molly, who is a poker princess, or queen, don't call her princess. She helped out with a colleague's underground poker nights, which are pretty high stakes, and she's like, I could do that, so she did that. And at the beginning of the movie, the FBI has busted into her house and seized all her shit, so this is her talking with her lawyer, played by Idris Elba, also showing the story as it leads up to that. And I really enjoyed this. I enjoy Aaron Sorkin's writing, and that's what you see from here. If you didn't know it was directed by Aaron Sorkin, you would know it was written by him. And Aaron Sorkin's script is an easy thing to spot. Just everyone has that quippy dialogue. Everyone talks like Aaron Sorkin's brain. But damn it if I don't find that entertaining. So that's the hook for me. But also Jessica Chastain. I cannot pick out a role of Jessica Chastain where I was like, she kind of phoned it in. She wasn't that great. Jessica Chastain is awesome, and she's great in here. You really feel for her story from the beginning. The beginning setup for her is humorous. It looks almost irrelevant, but it's not irrelevant. Then from there, she's working for a scumbag, and you're like, I want you to succeed in all of this. Where this movie really hits home for me is not only do I enjoy poker, but I like the entrepreneurship of all of it. I like seeing someone start something from nothing, or at least the ground level, which wasn't really nothing when it started in the first place, but she just builds it. I love it. I love it when a movie can illustrate the business element of something as something that is complicated, and then break it down for the crowd. It's like, this is why this is important. Hey, this is why he's betting like this, because this is the hand he has. The movie does a good job, and even if you don't play poker, you'll probably get what's going on in the poker scheme of things. The movie does bounce around between timelines, so sometimes you're like, wait, are we there or are we there? Just a couple times I felt like I could have gone for something, an indicator that we're now no longer there. We're now talking about what happened before. Doesn't happen often, just a couple times I was like, wait, where are we right now? So it's a little jarring until you get the structure down. And the biggest fault this movie has is its illustration and time passing. This movie's actually surprisingly long, and though a couple times I was like, all right, it can end now, I felt like it could have been longer if it could illustrate the passage of time. That's an important thing in a movie like this. Supposedly, she was doing this poker gig for years. It's an important thing to illustrate passage of time in a movie dealing with chronology of events. At a point, you're like, all right, it's been what, a week? Well, it couldn't have been a week because she's been at this for a couple years. This movie spans years when it feels like it spans a couple months, and it can be problematic. Also, when she starts getting her pill addiction, you're like, oh, I guess she's hooked on pills. But it never really illustrates that she's off her game until later on she says she was off her game. I didn't know. There was nothing about her that screamed addict to me. It would have been more interesting for me if they had played that angle in somehow. Seeing her slowly be like, I'm not on my A game anymore, rather than in the segment that takes place later on when she's talking with the lawyers. They were like, this happened? She was like, yeah, I was off my game. Guys, in the end, Molly's Game was actually quite damn entertaining. The poker element intrigued me. The entrepreneurship intrigued me. I was interested in Molly's story, and I was actually rooting for her to succeed. Because unlike a lot of other stories like this, she's actually not a piece of shit. And Jessica Chastain straight up hits it home. She is a goddess among us all. I will say Molly's Game is definitely a great time. No alcohol required. Booze, drugs, alcohol, gambling. Happy holidays. All right, guys, so Molly's Game, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.